I think we're live.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cassandra Nelson. How are you, honey?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Happy spring.
First day of spring.
I'm
I'm
so excited.
excited.
I love spring. I'm so
Uh,
excited to see you. I'm so excited to do what we're about to do. It's a matchmaking day. That's
it
what we're
is
doing today.
matchmaking day. I hope we have some matches here.
Hmm. I'm confident we will. So this is something that Cass and I and our team put together because if you unless live in a bubble, I think everybody knows it, everybody screams it. Inventory is very, very low. Cassandra Nelson. And we have and we have a lot of amazing buyers who want a home, who want to live in Northeast Ohio. They're either relocating, they're either local and just need more space, less space, first floor living. Something is changing in their lives that's causing them to really need and want to buy a home. And Cassandra Nelson, our buyer specialist, who's phenomenal, has done everything she could, from door knocking on every neighborhood she can imagine, she could think
Yeah.
of, to sending out posts through different social media platforms, to reaching out to realtors that we know very well, and just literally begging them to let us know what they have. So desperate times call for desperate action. So coffee talk was the way to go now.
Yes.
So we
I'm
decided
ready
to
for
bring,
it.
what is it?
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, so we decided to bring this to our, coffee talk once a month because it is extremely important because we love our clients and we want to help them. And what we're going to do today, Cass and I are going to go through, and we've actually put together a slideshow. Hannah helped us out with this, so thank you, Hannah. With identified main buyer needs that we have in specific cities, whether it's land, house, what price point, and we're actually going to go through it. It's going to go pretty quick, so please, don't hesitate to either just reach out or just put in a common question, go back to this slide or whatever it is, and we'll go over it again. We have other buyer needs as well outside of this. Is just would have been way, way, way too long if we did it all. So if there's something that's not a match and you're just wondering, please, it's a no obligation, free consultation. I will be able to give you whatever you need to know what your home is worth. Um, do we have a match? What are all the fees? So you'll know the bottom line before making any kind of decision very fast. And that's what we're here for. We're trying to match buyers and sellers. That's it.
Let's get it started.
Let's get it started. So last thing before I share my slideshow is that this is truly not just, this is attention to any realtor that's watching this. If you're a realtor and you have something coming up in your pipeline that matches anything we say, please let us know, speak up, and we will connect and we will hopefully put together a match that works for everybody. This is for our clients, our family, our friends, anybody. Even if you personally are not interested at all in moving right now, but your neighbor is moving, your cousin is moving, somebody that you know is just now watching this, either tag them, share, or just literally just let us know, hey, I think my cousin is is thinking of moving, so we can connect with them and see what we can do to help them out. Because it's really going to be a win-win for them. They won't have to go through everything of getting the house ready for the market. They won't have to prep anything. The fees are reduced because we're matching things up. So there's a lot of benefits to both. Our clients will be happy from the buy side, but then on the listing side, you'll be in a great situation as well to maximize the market time. So that is my public announcement, and now I'm going to share. Kaz, do you have anything else to say before I share the screen?
No, I think you kind of, that last part, it would be a win-win for both sides. Not having the stress to going on the market. I think that's a big one.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's do this.
There we go.
Right. Can you see everything, Cass?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So is your home a matchmaker? So one of the things, Hannah put in place first, and I loved it, is she put a map. Northeast Ohio is pretty big area. And
Yeah.
we truly service all of Northeast Ohio, from west side, east side, south side, Medina, Akron, Canton. So there's no territory that we're are not covering with the Northeast and Ohio, it's about an hour and a half drive, honestly, from one side to another that we
Yeah.
service, take care of, very knowledgeable in, and can help you with. So the first one is Cass. Let's do this. This is your expertise here.
Yes. So I have a client, their main areas, Mayfield, Lyndhurst, South Euclid areas, kind of surrounding that. They might be open to also. They're up to 250. He's at that 250 point. He prefers if it's pretty much updated, move-in ready. He is open to, if it is lower price point, to do some things, but not a total fixer-upper. He likes cars. So his big thing is also cars and his garage. So, it might say a 2-car garage, but it might not fit 2 cars. So,
A true 2-car garage is
a
a
true 2-car garage, with some extra space in there would be perfect. And then he's open ranches, split levels, colonials, no preference with that. So, let's see what's out there with that one.
perfect. One thing I did want to add that I forgot to say, that if we are bringing this criteria up right now in our coffee talk, that means that there's no currently house on the market that fits this. So I just want you to know, Cass has showed whatever was available to this buyer, and nothing unfortunately matched. So just wanted to, because I have a feeling there'll be some realtors like, this matches this house. No, we've showed it and it was not available. So if we're bringing it up, it's not available. So this is something that we really need from somebody who's not currently on the market or something's coming up.
Yes.
Anything else about the Mayfield, Lyndhurst, South Euclid buyer?
Not that one.
Okay. What about this one?
Easy if I find something. He's good to work with.
Great.
So this one, I've been working with this particular client for a little bit of time now. Mayfield, Lyndhurst, Richmond Heights, up to 150. And I think, that's a fast moving price point. And the market's kind of changed to that price point, I think. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bath. She would prefer a basement. She's open to different floor plans as well. 1+ car garage. She does not want to fix her upper. I think that price point, limits us a little bit. But, she's hoping for semi-updated kitchen, where she doesn't have to do too much work going into it.
Perfect. Is that it on this one? Can I go to next?
Yeah.
Okay.
Solon, up to 700. She is really big on her bathroom and kitchens. Open kitchen, clean kitchen, not kind of closed off to where it's just kind of just the kitchen area and you have to go through to get to a different room. She wants it all open. Bathrooms, she actually, some of the newer homes don't have a bathtub in that master room. She likes her bathtub. So that's something we've kind of been looking for. Okay. Open floor plan, usable yard. They like to entertain. They have family from out of state. And so they come and stay with them a lot. So yard and house to fit family also. And they just started having little ones. So a yard for play sets and entertaining for them.
Perfect. Any specific square footage at all, Cass?
Square footage, we've been looking at least, 3,200 plus square feet.
Okay.
And up to that amount with a basement.
Got it. So do they want a minimum 3,200 or max?
Minimum.
Okay. So if you have a home that's 3,200 plus square foot, has a basement, open concept in that price range between 500,000 and 700,000.
Yes.
At least let us know. I know we have a lot of friends and family that live in Solon. So if it's time to move, give us a call. Okay, next one. Solon or
Aurora. 4 bedrooms, basements. They're looking for a loft or office. They work from home. They have a kid that likes art. She kind of needs her own room for that. Formal dining room is important to them for their family. And then they want a nice yard for the kids and They really want a trampoline, those kids. So it has to be a yard that can fit their trampoline. Almost any house we look at, if it slopes, if it goes down too much, if it doesn't fit. So a yard.
I know exactly what you're talking about for this one. My dear friend, I love it.
Yeah.
Trampoline is a key. We need to make sure we fit it. Cass, you didn't put on this one. What's the price range up to what?
Price range, $550. We can probably go a little more if it's, perfect and updated.
Okay.
But $550 is kind of what we're looking at.
And then I know they're not too picky about garage, but ideally if they could have a 3-car garage, that'd be great. But if everything else meets the criteria, 2-car would work as well.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. All right, next one.
So mentor, we're looking up to 240. That's kind of their max is 240. They would prefer colonial, but they would be open to split levels if it was more of like the open concept split level.
Yeah.
3 bedrooms, 4, they can use it as an office, or 3 with an office, and at least 2 full bathrooms. And then if it is a colonial, they would like a basement.
So I totally know who we're talking about here. So this particular client is in desperate need. We sold this family's house, and we were able to negotiate so they could stay there and do like a run back until we find it. But it's a certain limit time. So we are in a time crunch. We're confident that there's somebody out there in Manor area that's listening today that we can help with. But it's a lovely family with the most adorable little girl and another baby on the way, and they'd be a perfect addition to Manor. So please, this one is desperate times situation.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, we love them so much. We need to find them a home. Okay, next one.
So Geneva or Madison, this client, she's probably a couple months out. We probably have 2 or 3 months before she's going to need something. But we're keeping that door open because if it is the right fit, we might be able to move sooner.
Okay.
She's up to 115,000, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, 1-car garage. Not afraid to do a little bit of work. Doesn't matter about a basement. Just a nice home for her family.
Yep, she's wonderful lady as well. I helped her sell her house, and she's ready for a new home soon.
Yeah. So we have Mentor on the Lake, or Paynesville, up to 250, 3 bedrooms, 2+ bath, prefers with a basement and 1-car garage. And this one, I must have forgot to put in the note that their big thing is land also.
Okay.
They would like to be on some property.
Okay, what would be their minimum acreage? Did they give you, what's the minimum?
I would say, at least half an acre.
Okay.
For this one.
Okay. And then one of the other things I want to point out is if we have something on there like 1-car garage and you have a 2-car, like that's not bad. It's just whenever we have something minimum, it's just they can't have anything less than something. But if you have something more in Manor on the Lake, or Paynesville with a half an acre, that's around 250 max price point. That's 3 bedrooms, 2+ bath. Let us know. Chardon. Let's do Chardon, Chesterland, Concord.
Yeah,
Chardon. This family's all over.
Do you know this one too?
If you keep talking, I'll remember who they are.
So Chardon, Chesterland, Concord, Menor, parts of Paynesville Township, up to 360, 3 beds, 2 bath, 1,800 square feet, lot size because they have very large dogs.
Yes.
0.75 plus of an acre. I think yard size is key for them. They're okay with fixing up the house. They just need room for their large dogs that they love. Those are their babies.
If we're talking about the same person, I think that they also want a first floor master.
Okay.
Are we talking about? Okay, I think that's the one, right? Maybe I'm confusing them with somebody. It might be the other couple too. But anyways, just know that the one I'm thinking of has all the same criteria. except this particular family has to have a first floor master.
Okay. It might be, yes, because I think this is kind of my only criteria like this for someone.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And the first floor master, they have a beautiful home right now, but there's two things they don't have there is their lot size is very small. And they, like Cass said, they need more land for their dogs. And then the other part is they really prefer to have a first floor master so they can make this a forever home.
Yes.
And not move again.
Yes.
Okay.
So this one is, if I would put how many cities I have for them in their portal, it would take up half the page.
You're like, I'm just going to do
like
my areas.
12 cities that I have open for them.
Okay.
West Side, Avon Lake, to like down to like Columbia Station, that whole area. 775 range. They're coming from a place where they don't really see neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
They don't see neighbors on the sides, very far in the back, so they kind of want that same feel.
Yeah.
3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 3-car garage, larger garage for him also, if he could. They would prefer a newer built home. They don't want to go the new construction route. They would prefer resale. So at least 2010 or newer. And this one is a must-have first floor master bathroom.
Yeah. This family's relocating from Toledo area.
Yeah.
So they're a little bit on a time crunch. So that's why, unfortunately, building does not work for them. So if there's any builder reps that are listening to this that have spec homes that meet this criteria, they would absolutely love that. That would be perfect.
Yeah.
Every new community we've looked at, unfortunately, was the ones that we looked at had smaller lots, but we're not backing up to privacy. So to them, privacy is super important and a larger lot. And then the garage, I know Cassie put 3-car, but the multiple conversations I had with them too, that would be like them kind of settling for a 3-car. They really prefer 3-car, 4-car, or at least a space to put like an outbuilding in the back. And that's why the lot is important to them. So if there's any builders that are listening for any of these houses, I mean, we always look at new construction as an option because that's an amazing option. I come from that world and I love it. And I want everybody to experience that. But from everything that we are going over here, we could not find a match, but we also can't know every single community.
Mm-hmm.
So any builders that are listening to this, if any of these houses match and you have something, please just private message us, text us, whatever, and we will run and bring them over to you guys. So yeah, this is a great family and hopefully we can find them something soon. Yeah. They would consider, I mean, they said first floor master, but a ranch would be great too. If it's a ranch with all these specs and a bigger lot, that'd be awesome. And their price point is definitely a lot healthier, like, as far as being able to get all this stuff up to $775.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
So Madison or Perry, under 150, he would prefer a large garage also. Doesn't have to be attached or anything. He likes to work on cars. Large garage, and then, lot size would be nice also. We've looked at homes where you would almost just demo the home because it had a nice lot to build something. If it's a home on a nice lot where you can put that extra garage or storage space, that would be an option for him as well. The house, not really picky about.
Okay, so land is a must. What is the minimum, Cass? We didn't specify. What is the minimum acreage you think he would consider?
The ones we've looked was about a half acre.
Okay. So nothing crazy. So for anybody who's listening to this, he's not looking for like acre, like 20, 30 acres. So if you have a half an acre or more and you're under 150, and it sounds like a fixer upper, so you don't have to worry about if you need to update your home, and a larger garage, we have a buyer for you.
Yes.
All right, next one.
So.
Oh, I love this buyer. When I saw no budget, I'm like, everybody has a budget. Yeah, right.
Yes. So this is what my client who tells me. So he's looking for a house or land. Cleveland Heights, they're looking for a first floor master. Not too many homes in Cleveland Heights have that first floor master. So we're either looking for land in Cleveland Heights where we can do a new construction, or if that house comes up, in Cleveland Heights that has a first floor master.
Yeah, those are hard.
Yes, nothing that I've seen in any price point. And they would prefer a single family. They do have some kind of condos now in Cleveland Heights that are nice, but they're looking for a single family to where they can have that 2-car garage and open floor plan, first floor master with no budget.
I know. I love it. So if you are thinking you should sell your house for $1 million and it's actually worth 150, give us a call. Kidding. Cass, would he consider University Heights, or is it just Cleveland Heights?
It's just Cleveland Heights.
He's very particular. I got to give you I will bring something up at the end about UH if you can remind me. It's pretty cool news that I found out recently. That's really neat. So,
okay.
All right. Lorain County.
So this couple, I love working with this couple. They, we have lost out on a house or two. We're looking at all of Lorain County. Doesn't matter. Elyria, Lorain, Amherst, like we've looked everywhere. 140 is kind of their max that they would like to spend. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bath. We have looked at 1 bathroom, but they would prefer 1.5. At least a 1-car garage. Good if it has 2. They're another one where they're not, excuse me. It can be a ranch, colonial, they're open to different floor plans. They know that price point. They're okay putting some work into it. Just a nice home for this young couple, and they are ready to buy today.
Yeah, they're so awesome and so sweet, but in that price point, the market is brutal. So if any realtors listening, they will relate to Cass and I right now. It's a really, really tough market in that price point because there's so many buyers that are competing for a house in that price. So as good as we are competing and positioning, there's been a few times that we unfortunately lost, offers because the other parties were doing things that were just not something that would put our clients in a position that's good long term. Yeah, we could have done it and they could have won, but a couple of years later they could have been not in a good financial situation. So as much as we would win any house for our clients, we are really, really do our part to make sure we educate them and explain to them what the consequence will come with it and if they can live with it. And if they can't, then obviously that's our job to make it happen. But with this particular client, we're being extra conservative based on knowing their situation, not putting them in a bad financial situation long term. So anyway, great family, deserve a home, want a home, willing to fight for it to a point. Just not with 25 offers going 40K over asking situation, but a normal situation, normal house, fair thing for everybody, win-win for all. They're ready. So please call us if you have any property in Lorain. Okay, let's do this.
So we have Stowe, Hudson, Fairlawn.
I love these guys. I showed them a house yesterday.
Cuyahoga Falls. They're up to 300,000, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathroom, 2-car garage. Prefer an open floor plan. They're okay with doing some updates, some renovations, depending on the price point. Location is very important to them.
They do. Yeah. They're where they work and where their family is. And that's why if you look at the map, it's kind of weird. Like Stowe Hudson is here, Fairlawn is here, Cuyahoga Falls is here, but it's because of where the highways are and how long it takes them to get to work and family is how we mapped that situation out. Hudson is their number 1 choice based on everything that's important to them, but they're absolutely love and would be open to Stowe, Fairlawn, Cuyahoga Falls area, not Cuyahoga County, but Cuyahoga Falls.
Cuyahoga Falls.
Yeah, sorry, that was supposed to be a false typo. Okay. All right, moving on to the next one. Let us know if you have anything that matches that.
Kent, he's looking under 250. He has, his son goes to Kent State, so something that his kid can live in with a couple roommates. No more. He doesn't want any more than 10 minutes from Kent State. He would prefer a little closer, but kind of that radius around Kent State he's looking in. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Like he knows it's going to be college kids living at the house. he's good with anything under 250.
Yeah, he's a little flexible with time. So even if you have
Yes.
like, most likely it'll be an investor. If I had to guess, hopefully
Yeah.
there's some realtor out there with an investor that owns a property in Kent that's looking for it. His son has housing for a little bit, so it's not like dying. So even if we can make something work and close later on, he's open to it, or obviously right away as well. But definitely very serious, ready to go client who wants to buy this.
Yeah.
Okay, Hudson Aurora.
So Hudson or Aurora. So this client actually, since we did this, we kind of talked last night, and she would prefer Hudson. That was the conversation we just had, and they're up to around 370. Prefers more updated, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2-car garage, in the Hudson area.
Is this the family I showed yesterday in Aurora?
Yes.
Well, I'm glad I ruled that out for them.
Yeah, she messaged me late last night, and they want to focus on Hudson.
Well, it makes sense because her sister lives in Hudson. So that's where I think that really clicked. Like even though Aurora and Hudson are close, it's still about, 15, 20-minute drive. So they probably just have kids go to the same school and all that. So at least I'm glad that, they were able to rule it out. So if you have a Hudson house up to 370, please let us know. Very nice family, and is looking to buy like yesterday. So ready to go with all their stuff. Pre-approved. By the way, any buyers that we are discussing here that are ready to go, every single one has been pre-approved by a credible lender, has a pre-approval ready, has their funds ready, doesn't have a house to sell, doesn't have any weird contingencies. So all of these people are absolutely ready, willing, and able to go.
Yes, 100%.
All right, another Hudson and Aurora.
So yes, this is another client. They're relocating. They're in Detroit right now. Hudson, Aurora are their preference. They are up to, I think they would even do Twinsburg.
I was going to say Twinsburg was another spot they really like.
Twinsburg, I think, also would be on here. They're up to 500,000. They're really, I think they're really set on the newer home.
Yeah.
Around 2010 plus, a little newer.
I showed them something even a little bit older, and it just right away feels more closed off for them. So that's why newer. It's not even the newer part. It's the floor plans of the newer homes that is appealing to them.
Yes. Yeah, definitely the floor plans, the updated, the more modern look. 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2-car garage. Those are all their minimum. They're good with 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. So they're good, but that's their minimum. But definitely would more for them. They would definitely be okay with.
So this buyer's, again, relocating, ready to go.
Yeah.
I know we don't have Twinsburg on there, but they will absolutely consider and want Twinsburg as well. So Hudson, Aurora, or Twinsburg. If any of this meets any kind of criteria, please let us know. And if it's not in market right now, we would love to show it to them and connect them and make a match.
Yes.
Okay, I think we're done with the main. Any summary of, I know we have other people we're working for, any other areas, any other price point just in general that you can throw out there before we go to the school district areas?
Oh, and if it's not, these are just the specific buyers like right now, but there's so many different other areas that we didn't talk about that we most likely do have a buyer for. In any price point from 80 to that 750, we have a whole list of people. And the other people that we work with are, they're not in a hurry. So they're kind of just waiting for that house. So we might have a buyer for that also.
Correct. Well, there's another one that I know we didn't put because we just signed our buyer agreement with this client. So we have a client relocating here from California for Nestle, big position, great guy. His price point is up to $1 million. So it's funny because he's coming from California and selling a little tiny condo for 1.5. So when he said 1 million, I'm like, oh my goodness, you can get anything here for $1 million. And he's like, oh, I wish I could show you my 1.5 million, 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath, it's 1-car garage townhome here that I'm selling. So Cali buyers are amazing because they're like, they think our prices are a joke. They think they're funny. They can't believe what they can get. So they're a great opportunity for somebody who has a beautiful home. that I want to bring up in his criteria, because he'll be working in Nestle. He can't be any more than 15, 20 minutes away from, well, like he can't, he doesn't want to be more than 15, 20 minutes away. So like North Solon, he would go to Bainbridge, but only like closest point to Solon. He would go all the way to Gates Mills, Mayfield Village, and then obviously everything between Pepper Pike, Moreland Hills,
Right.
um, anything under Orange Schools. He would go to Chagrin Falls, but again, it has to be a certain area, closer to, so it can't be too south. The one thing that is important to him, he does want some sort of land. That's the exciting thing for him to come to Northeast Ohio, because he doesn't have to live on a tiny lot with seeing all the neighbors. So he does prefer more private and bigger property. He does not mind being actually like on a busier street, as long as the house sits back. So if you're on a busier street but the house sits back, that would work for him as well. He ideally prefers open concept, but again, is open to different styles as well. The only other must for him that I just thought about it, his mother, she's elderly, she might be living with him, so he does need a first floor, like a mother-in-law, not necessarily suite, but like a bedroom and a full bath that she can stay at. So that's a must, and a bigger property. Otherwise, up to $1 million, North Solon, and then surrounding area. So I want to bring that up as well.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah, he's definitely needing to close and buy very quickly. I think May is our cutoff where he needs to close by. Okay, next one. So this is where we identified by school district. So they're open to an area as long as it's in the school district. So let's go through this one, Cass.
Yeah. So this client, they have kids in high school. They would like to stay in school until they finish. Riverside schools up to 250. First floor, they would prefer ranch, everything on the same floor. If not, first floor master. This is going to be their forever house. They would prefer an updated floor plan. They would like probably more close to an acre. They're okay with well and septic. Some of the ones we have looked at do have that. They're knowledgeable in it. They understand it. They're okay with that. And especially like in some of those parts in Painesville and parts of Concord will have them.
Yeah. Are they the ones that do want a little bit more usable yard? Because remember we showed them that one house that we were selling with a cliff in the back? Are these the guys that want a little bit more usable yard?
I don't think it's the same one. We even looked at a house. It was like, I think there was like I don't know if it was Chagrin River, like right in their backyard.
And they were okay with
that. All the kids are older, so they don't need the land for anything more than just privacy, walking on, hanging out, fishing. Yeah.
Perfect. So if you're in Riverside schools, that's a pretty big area that covers that, and up to 250, let us know. Kenston.
Yes. Kenston schools up to 750. They're kind of downsizing for maybe their forever home. First floor master, they both work from home. They want their separate office spaces. They don't want to share any office space. And then they like hanging out and entertaining with a nice patio deck, backyard area.
Perfect. Next one.
Orange. So this is a lady, she's looking for a rental. Orange schools up to 500,000 a month, 4 bedrooms.
500,000, 5,000.
Yes. And so
500. I'm like, I'm going to rent my house. I'm going to go buy a house in Orange School District now.
So she's got a pretty healthy rental budget.
She does. 5,000 is definitely, just add 500. That would be really amazing.
Right. Yeah. So at that price point, they like nice homes. So something nice for them to rent for. They have 3 girls, all one's in college, 2 in high school. So they need to finish out their school also. Yep.
Okay, so this is a rental. So if you have a home and you don't want to sell yet, but you might be moving out and you're thinking of renting, and it's a fancy home that can support a 5,000 a month rent, let us know, because she is ready to go.
Yes.
Okay, so this is, we only have a couple in here, Mark, but we have a lot more people who are looking for this land.
Yeah, so land, we just have 2 slides in there. Like Ina says, there's more. I'm pretty close with my other ones on securing land, so that's why I didn't add those ones.
Gotcha.
This client has a house in Manaway, so they're looking for extra land. They were looking for the land behind their house to purchase, so they're kind of open to that, around 150 or less. No preference on acreage size, depending on where it's at. They're just looking for a little extra.
Yeah, but they want to build on it, correct? Not just buy land and keep land, right?
So they would just buy land just to have land right now. Like we were looking for land. There was a farm behind their house. We were looking into how they could separate that just to have extra land right now.
Got it. Okay. So anybody that owns land in Manaway, please let us know.
Yeah.
Bath Township.
100,000 or less. This is a newer client that we're kind of working with. They've kind of been looking at different locations. I think they kind of narrowed it down now to Bath Township. 100,000 or less. They already have a builder that they're working with. So now it's just narrowing down a piece of land for them.
Yeah. Bath Township and finding land for 100,000 or less is not an easy task. But if you have something around there, even if it's a little higher, don't let that stop you. Let us know if you're holding on and you're like, it's time to capitalize and cash out. They are open. There's a little bit of flexibility on that.
Yes.
Okay, investors. So we do work with a good amount of investors. A lot of our investors have slowed down a little bit because the prices, obviously, the market has been super healthy, but we still have several that we want to bring up to you guys. So if there's a property that fits the criteria for our investor clients, we would love to present this to them and connect and make a match.
Yeah, so a couple investors in the Garfield Heights area, 75 or less, they would be looking to do a rehab at that price point. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bath, prefer a 2-car garage, something that they could totally redo. They can gut the whole thing.
Yeah, if you're like listening to this and you're like looking around, you're like, my house needs a full gut job, that's the house for them. They're more messy it is, more work it needs, better value they can get out of it, more makes sense. It's a totally different mindset for an investor.
Yes.
So there's no fixing up needs to happen. It's just making it really easy, connecting it, and they are typically cash or huge down payments, and they close super fast and very minimal inspection. So it's a great opportunity for somebody who has a house and needs a lot of work.
So Akron, around 75 or less, property ideal for her to rent out. This is someone kind of a newer client. We haven't found anything yet that she's been crazy about. So just wanted to throw that out there for someone. That's what she's looking for.
So Cass, obviously Akron is pretty large. Is she open to any parts of Akron at this point, or there's certain parts that are more?
So we have her set up with all of Akron.
All of Akron, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I know what you're talking about, like the little pockets and stuff. So right now we have it set up for all of Akron, and then just looking for the right house.
Got it. Cool. Next one.
Cleveland Heights, University Heights, South Euclid. These investors are looking more for a rental property, around 150. I have one that can go a little higher than that, probably more up to 200. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bath. We would prefer a colonial, and then we would be using it to rent it out. So if it is kind of more move-in ready, for that one.
Yep. A lot of the investors for the Cleveland Heights, University Heights, South Euclid are, attracting people who are going to universities in the area. So these people are coming in for 2-3 years, and they do want land location, but they want nicer homes. So that's what we're talking about. They are able to fix them up. So if it's a lot, if it's a good amount less than 150, they are able to fix them up if needed. But if you have an adorable home that's move-in ready in those areas, 1.5 bath is a must. We've learned from experience whenever we have less than that, they just don't rent as easily and are not getting as much premium. So the 1.5 bath is a must. And then larger size bedrooms is important too.
Yeah.
Again, beggars can be choosers here. So if you have anything in Cleveland Heights, University Heights, South Euclid that meets this criteria in any way, let us know and we will do our best to, match you guys up with the right investor who it would work for.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a good amount. There's probably our biggest clientele of investors are for that market.
Yes.
That's it on that. And then we are here to help. So there's a barcode you can scan right here, and I'm going to stop sharing. All right.
That was good.
It was. We were like, fast. Well, I am. The only thing I want to bring up. So one of our clients was just kind of embarrassing because I should have known this, but he's like, "Hey, did you hear about this?" And we did this research, and it's actually true. So University Heights, which is like genius and amazing, is implementing a tax abatement on the area. So one of the things people love UH because of the convenience and all that, but their taxes are pretty crazy. They're really, really high. So the tax abatement is something, if I can give you guys some information that I learned, it's applicable in different formats. Like if you're just remodeling, if you're doing anything to improve your home. But the one that was like the most phenomenal, which I think is amazing for somebody who is looking to tear down a house and build a new home there, they're doing a 15-year, 100% tax abatement if you build a new home there. So
nice.
Think about it. Taxes for a new home like that would be like, even if a home was like $250, would be between $8,000 and $11,000 a year for 15 years, zero, no taxes.
I'm gonna have to talk to that client in Cleveland Heights.
Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm like, would he consider?
Yeah.
I think that's phenomenal. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking I should go like tear down a bunch of houses and Cassie want to do it together and build them up.
Right.
So if you're an investor listening to this, let's do this together. Let's tear a bunch of houses down, build new homes, do tax abatements, sell them, rent them. We're here to help.
Yeah.
So I think this is good. Any questions? Anybody? Do we make a match? Anybody? That's a good fit.
No matches, anyone commenting. So I'm hoping we're going to share this. People can watch it later. I'm hoping. Amy did say, yes, we're ready to go.
I knew she would speak up. She's like, thank you.
Yeah. So hopefully, people will see this and just call us.
Yes.
It's hard to have that conversation.
Please share this with anybody and everybody, and let's make a match. We're here to help. Cass and I love what we do, and we love to bring people together. So here's our number, 440-568-0400, and call us anytime. Have a great weekend. Cass, I know you have a busy one. I do as well. Yes. It's a wrap.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.